The drama opens with a young woman named Han Yo on her first day working in airport passenger services. Her friend Kwon calls and urges her to get ready quickly so she can join Miss Yang's team. Han Yo hurries out, but on her way, heavy rain begins pouring. While searching for shelter, she accidentally splashes water on a man named Lu. She apologizes, but he ignores her. As he walks away, her necklace pendant gets tangled around his hand. He frees himself, gets into a taxi, and leaves. Because of the rain and this unexpected encounter, Han Yo misses her office bus and arrives late. It's revealed that she joined the company a year ago and was late to her interview back then too due to an accident. Miss Yang gave her a chance so her 3 years of training wouldn't go to waste. Back in the present, Miss Yang scolds her for being late. Just then, there's a complaint about a passenger fighting with staff. Miss Yang sends Han Yo to deal with it, and her senior, Lee Soo, is sent to assist her to ensure no mistakes are made. As Han Yo rushes through the airport, she remembers her father giving her a compass locket and telling her to always walk the right path. She sees a man damaging a ticket machine and tries to stop him, but he becomes aggressive. Just as he's about to hit her, Lee Soo intervenes. Han Yo thanks him and learns he works in her department. Later, while moving barriers, she hurts her hand. Lee Soo offers to help, but she insists on managing alone. As she nearly falls, he catches her and tells her she can always ask him for help. Curious about workplace expectations, Han Yo asks what kind of work the senior manager likes. Lee Soo tells her to store the barriers but warns the way is a bit tricky. She asks him to write the directions. Despite his help, she gets delayed, and Miss Yang scolds her again. Han Yo blames Lee Soo. Kwon tells her not to judge him harshly. Though people say Lee Soo has mental issues, he once saved a child from being hit by a trolley using just one hand. Han Yo remains doubtful. Later, she asks Miss Yang why she has to learn from a junior like Lee Soo. Miss Yang explains that even though Han Yo's been there for a year and Lee Soo for only 4 months, it's his first day in this department, and she must prove herself through hard work. Just then, Lee Soo radios her to help search for a missing child. When she meets up with him, she realizes he is the person being referred to, a man with questionable mental stability. They begin working together. Han Yo suddenly asks if they've met before. Lee Soo jokes that she probably says that to every guy. Soon after, Han Yo spots a boy in a yellow jacket and chases after him, ignoring Lee Soo's call. Meanwhile, the actual mentally unstable man is seen trying to match plane numbers with his ticket. When they don't match, he grows agitated and starts shouting. Miss Yang sees this on CCTV and alerts the team. Han Yo doesn't hear the announcement because her walkie-talkie is off. Lee Soo gets her number and calls her. When she arrives, the man starts attacking staff. He turns on Han Yo too, but Lee Soo arrives just in time and saves her. Seeing the rod reminds Han Yo of a past accident where someone had saved her. It was Lee Soo. Miss Yang observes all of this on CCTV. A flashback shows Lee Soo during his interview saying he prefers to remain unnoticed and forgotten. Miss Yang tells him that if he doesn't want his secrets exposed, he'll need to stay out of trouble. Later, Lee Soo watches Han Yo working with banners to make sure she's doing her job properly. In the cafeteria, she sees him sitting alone. When she approaches, he leaves. She follows and finds him making cup noodles. She joins him, but spills hot noodles on herself, and he quickly applies ice. Meanwhile, Miss Yang negotiates with another department head, saying she'll only join if her team comes too. Han Yo tells her mom, no matter how much someone hits Lee Soo, he never reacts. Curious about him, she invites him to lunch, but he says he's being transferred. When she asks Miss Yang about his transfer, she learns that the entire team is being moved. Han Yo feels upset that Lee Soo didn't tell her earlier. Everyone gathers their things and boards the bus to the new department. In the new office, Mr. Kong introduces the team. Mr. Choi also joins as a new transfer. Lee Soo later advises Han Yo not to stay silent if someone mistreats her. If she keeps quiet, people will walk all over her. But Han Yo says she's scared of losing her job. After Han Yo tells Lee Soo why she stays quiet, they both head off to their respective duties. Meanwhile, a new girl is seen in the washroom secretly removing a yellow sticker from her luggage. Just then, staff member Yunjo notices this and immediately calls customer service. Girl starts arguing with Yunjo, and Han Yo witnesses the scene. As the confrontation intensifies, Han Yo steps in to defuse the situation but ends up getting slapped by the girl. Yunjo reacts quickly, twisting the girl's arm and pushing her to the ground. Customer service staff soon arrive and detain the girl. While inspecting her luggage, the girl threatens to have the airport shut down by calling her father. Miss Yang steps in and calmly tells everyone that the responsibility lies with passenger services, instructing the other department not to interfere. She leaves the scene with Han Yo. Later, Mr. Choi asks Han Yo if she knows the girl, but she says no, the girl didn't even share her name. Mr. Choi then meets with Mr. Yang and complains that his staff misbehaved. He demands an apology. Han Yo, accompanied by Kong and Yunjo, prepares to apologize. As they walk, Lee Soo is seen fixing a water dispenser. Inspired by his earlier advice to be assertive, Hanyo turns to the girl and firmly says, "You should be the one apologizing." Yunjo and Lee Soo are pleased to see Hanyo standing up for herself. The girl gets angrier, but Lee Soo reveals he recorded a conversation in which she told her lawyer, "Don't let Grandpa know, I was just threatening them." With this proof, the team exposes her lies. Miss Young tells the girl to pay her taxes and leaves. Hanyo, standing alone, feels emotional as Miss Young unexpectedly praises her for the first time. Lee Soo smiles at this moment, suggesting he may have feelings for her. A cleaning robot nearly bumps into them, and both laugh. Hanyo thanks Lee Soo, who then confides that an accident damaged his right hand and leg. As they chat, Sean watches them suspiciously. Later, Lee Soo visits his doctor, where it's revealed that his hand is artificial. Meanwhile, Sean secretly accesses medical records and is shocked. He remembers witnessing Lee Soo's horrific accident and wonders how he recovered. Hanyo is seen loading her luggage onto a bus, having been evicted by her landlady. She finds Lee Soo sitting beside her, lost in thought. A flashback reveals that after his accident, Lee Soo had lost all will to live and even tried to take his own life until someone stopped him. Back in the present, he watches Hanyo sleep peacefully. Later, when Hanyo tries to store her luggage at work, the staff deny her. Just then, Lee Soo calls and offers her a place to stay, but she politely declines. He makes her coffee and asks about her situation. She says she'll get company housing in 3 days. Noticing the mug in his hand, she grabs it to inspect his hand closely. Embarrassed, she lets go when he teasingly asks if she grabs everyone's hand like that. In the elevator, Sean confronts Lee Soo, asking how he's alive after 12 years. It becomes clear that something is being hidden. Sean seems unhappy that Lee Soo survived the accident. Later, we learn they were once close, even like brothers. Miss Young assigns Lee Soo to oversee construction and tells Hanyo to arrive an hour early. Just then, Hanyo receives a message her mother is arriving by plane. As the plane nears, a fire breaks out, causing panic. Everyone is called in to manage the emergency. Lee Soo, already in pain from a worsening hand injury, refuses Mr. Shaw's offer for help, accusing him of abandoning him 12 years ago. Despite the chaos, the plane lands safely and the fire is put out. Lee Soo watches Hanyo, suspecting someone she loves was on the plane. He's right, it's her mother. Hanyo tries to go see her mother, but Miss Yang stops her, saying she must wait. While waiting, Hanyo's mother is pushed by a rushing passenger and gets injured. Lee Soo responds to the emergency, not realizing the woman is Hanyo's mother. When she offers him a glass of water, he can't hold it, his hand fails him again. As the medical team approaches, he quickly hides. Later, Miss Yang sees Hanyo distributing food to passengers and tells her she can now see her mother. Mr. Choi watches Miss Yang help passengers and realizes she has a soft side. Hanyo happily reunites with her mother, unaware that Lee Soo was the one who helped her. Meanwhile, Sean questions how Lee Soo, a person with a level 1 disability, can walk and function normally. Mr. Choi warns him not to interfere. The man who pushed Hanyo's mother is arrested. Afterward, her mother waits at the train station and thanks the mystery person who helped her. Hanyo is puzzled and begins asking around. A colleague suggests it might have been Lee Soo. Hanyo calls him, but he ignores it. Lee Soo's doctor then picks him up, warning him not to use his mechanical hand anymore. At the office, Kong gets upset that Lee Soo was missing, but Miss Yang informs him that Lu had already informed them. Hanyo, worried, wonders where he is. Then Lu calls her, asking to meet, but she lies that she's outside the airport, though he spots her inside. Hanyo messages him that she's standing outside the cafe with his bag. Lee Soo, despite doctor's warnings, hides his hand under his jacket and goes to meet her, handing her an umbrella and taking his bag. When Hanyo asks if he met her mom, he denies it. Later, someone else questions him about his intentions, and Lee Soo finally admits, "Yes, I want Hanyo." She's stunned and tells Mr. Kong she plans to reject him. Later, Lu enters a hidden room behind a bookshelf, retrieves a spare iron hand, and recalls the day he first saw Hanyo in a cafe. He realizes their repeated encounters aren't coincidences, they're fate. He decides to get his hand repaired and does so that night. The next morning, Hanyo hides her belongings in a storeroom, embarrassed about being homeless. Lu returns to work, and Hanyo, too shy to face him, sends a message saying she can't pursue a relationship. In a team meeting, Mr. Kong praises Hanyo for reducing passenger complaints. He also announces that the CEO will be visiting. But during the meeting, Sean brings up Lee Soo's disability and his unusual mechanical support. Miss Young tries to shut down the issue, but Mr. Kong insists on investigating for airport safety. Miss Yang again pleads with Choi, but even he is bound by orders. Later, Lee Soo and Hanyo do inspection rounds. As they walk side by side, Lee Soo thinks to himself, "I just want to walk with her like a normal person." Suddenly, Hanyo halts and says, "Whatever happened last night, just forget it. I'm not worthy of you. I always mess up, and you, Lee Soo, are always logical and level-headed. Besides, we barely know each other." Lee Soo replies sincerely, "Love doesn't need time, it can happen in seconds." Hanyo steps closer, her voice soft, So, did you fall for me in just a few seconds? Lee Soo thinks quietly. For her, it began at the bus stop. But for me, it was the cafe. Just then, people pass by in a rush, and Hano accidentally bumps into Lee Soo. Their hands briefly lock. Hano notices it, but Lee Soo quickly pulls away and walks off, troubled. Later at the office, Hano runs into Sean. He casually asks her to retrieve a document with an orange note. While looking, she finds another document, Lee Soo's, and realizes the shocking truth. All the recent chaos was orchestrated by Sean. Meanwhile, Mr. Choi is reviewing CCTV footage showing Lee Soo saving people during the incident. Lee Soo confronts Sean privately, asking, "Why do you hate me so much?" Sean coldly responds, "I warned you to stay away. You didn't, and that caused the accident." But in reality, it was Sean's fault. Angered, Lee Soo grabs Sean by the collar. He recalls how he once wanted a brotherly bond with Sean, but Sean always pushed him away. He suddenly remembers leaving something at the cafe and heads there. Unexpectedly, some thugs show up and attack. When Lee Soo returns the item to Sean, a fight breaks out. Thugs shove Lee Soo into a van and drive off. He breaks free and chases them on a scooter. The van reverses and slams into him. Lee Soo crashes hard, his right arm and leg are broken. Sean, instead of helping, runs away. That evening, Hano sits alone with her luggage. Lee Soo approaches and asks, "Still haven't found a place?" She replies, "I'll find one by tomorrow, staying at a hotel for now." Lee Soo offers, "You can stay at my place." Hano hesitates. Why? He answers gently, "Because I want you to." He recalls how he first saw her at the cafe and froze in place. It's revealed that Hano is the cafe owner's daughter, the same man who once showed her photo to Lee Soo. Lee Soo shows her into his home and offers her the bed, but she refuses. When Lee Soo steps inside, Hano quietly grabs her bags to leave. Lee Soo stops her. She insists they shouldn't date. He asks, "So, you don't like me?" She doesn't answer. Lee Soo finally says, "You can stay. I promise I won't think anything of it." The next morning, he cooks breakfast for her elsewhere. Miss Yang tells Sean, "Lee Soo sees you as an older brother. He never even wanted to work at the airport." Sean laments, "He used to treat me like everything, but things always went wrong when I was around. I caused the accident." Meanwhile, Hano and Lee Soo have dinner. She lifts her glass, and he touches it too. Lee Soo recalls the doctor asking, "Did you tell Hano the truth?" He'd thought, she must never know. Hano, on the other hand, thinks, "I have questions, but I don't want to ask them." Lee Soo receives a call from Mr. Choi, asking to meet. The next morning, Miss Yang begins moving in near Lee Soo's house. Hano wakes up to find a breakfast note from Lee Soo. "I left early for work." Lee Soo meets Mr. Choi, who informs him, "Your support device must be inspected. You have 1 week to prove it's safe or resign." As Hano leaves for work, she again runs into Miss Yang, who pries into her life. Hano evades. At the office, Hano tries calling Lee Soo, no answer. She texts, "I want to meet you." She brings him to the storeroom and tells him, "Miss Yang moved near your house. If she finds out I'm staying with you," Lee Soo replies, "So what?" Hano worries, "People will assume we're dating." Lee Soo calmly says, "I'll explain it." After Hano leaves, Lee Soo realizes someone had been eavesdropping in the storeroom. He rushes out, no one in sight. Later, Hano overhears people gossiping and wrongly assumes Miss Yang is behind it. She angrily confronts Miss Yang, drawing more attention to herself. Embarrassed, Hano storms off. Rumors of her and Lee Soo being a couple spread. Frustrated, she confronts Yunjo, who denies spreading anything. Lee Soo arrives and tells Hano, someone was in the storeroom. They're the ones spreading rumors. Hano walks away, hurt. Lee Soo announces to everyone, "I want Hano, but she doesn't want me." Later, a staff member of Sean's, June, threatens, "If Hano and Lou don't apologize, I'll expose their secrets." Lee Soo helps Hano locate her new place only to discover it's near his home. She refuses to live there and tries to leave. Lee Soo stops her. Nothing happens by coincidence. Hano asks, "Do you know my dad?" Flashback, years ago, when Lee Soo was suicidal, it was Han Yo's father who saved him. Lee Soo confesses, "I knew your father. I knew you were his daughter." He met her father during his treatment. Coincidentally, Hano had first met Lee Soo because of a compass, just like how Lee Soo recognized her from her dad's photo. Hano, deeply moved, asks him to share more. But because it's late, Lee Soo sends her to her new home. There, she discovers Miss Yang is her new roommate. Hano calls Lee Soo to thank him and goes to sleep. Next morning, while she gets water, Yunjo appears and coldly says, "I won't share anything. Bring your own stuff." Lee Soo jokes over the phone, "Are you throwing a party?" She says no, her roommate is too strict. Lee Soo replies, "I love party." At the airport, when Choi arrests some criminals, others start a commotion to help them escape. Hano and Lee Soo arrive just in time. A man charges toward Hano, but Lee Soo shields her, tackling him. The man is re-arrested. Later, Hano investigates another guard incident. They catch a passenger with drug packets. Hano shows full video proof, clearing the guards' names. Choi praises her efforts, while Sean fumes. That night, Yunjo invites friends over for a party. Hano, not wanting trouble, leaves. Lee Soo meets her, and they go on a walk. He holds her hand and leans in to kiss her. But they hear shouting. They rush toward it and find Mr. Choi being attacked by the escaped criminal. Lee Soo tells Hano to call the police and fights them off. One attacker shocks Lee Soo, causing sparks to fly from his hand. Mr. Choi sees this, stunned. Hano arrives with the police, but Choi has already taken Lee Soo to a doctor. Miss Young also arrives. Choi questions her, "Have you monitored Lee Soo since his recovery?" She insists Lee Soo would never harm anyone and begs him to keep it secret. Meanwhile, Hano searches Lee Soo's house, but he's gone. Next day, Miss Young announces Lee Soo won't come to work for a few days. Hano worries and repeatedly calls him. Sean casually asks Hano about Lee Soo. She's clueless. Then Sean drops a bomb. "We're brothers, separated after our parents' divorce." Lee Soo regains consciousness, but doctors forbid him from leaving. Seeing Hano's missed calls, he tries to call her, but she doesn't notice. Lee Soo, in a wheelchair, reflects on memories with Hano. He wants things to go back to how they were. He wears his gadgets, stands up, grabs his keys, and leaves. The doctor discovers he's missing and tries to call. He doesn't answer. At the airport, Choi tells Lee Soo, "I've seen your hand. I know everything." Choi reassures him, "You've never misused it. You only saved lives." Meanwhile, the doctor, Hano, and Miss Young start looking for Lee Soo. Hano finds him on the terrace and bombards him with questions. But Lee Soo asks just one, "Do you love me?" She answers with a kiss. Choi later informs Mr. Kong, "I've checked everything. Lee Soo is innocent." When Choi is alone, Sean confronts him, "You lied to Mr. Kong. You weren't honest." At night, Han-yo sends a message to Lee Soo asking to meet. Despite the doctor advising against it, Lee Soo decides to go see her. Meanwhile, Mr. Kong brings a gift for Han-yo and sees Lee Soo nearby. When he bends to pick up his car keys, they unexpectedly stick to his hand, and soon, his entire hand is stuck to the car. Despite repeated efforts, he can't pull away. Suddenly, Kong hears a glass breaking nearby. When he investigates, he finds Lee Soo hiding behind the car, clearly injured. Concerned, he rushes Lee Soo to the doctor. The doctor examines Lee Soo's wound and finds that it's worsened. Meanwhile, as Han-yo is leaving the airport, she receives a message from Lee Soo saying he won't be able to meet her. Lee Soo had really wanted to meet Han-yo, especially knowing he only had about a month left. But the doctor firmly denies his request, saying they still don't understand what's causing his hand to act that way. Feeling down, Han-yo gazes toward Lee Soo's house, lost in thought. The next morning, she's awakened by loud music and finds Yunjo exercising. Yunjo tells her that her boyfriend left a gift for her. Hearing this, Han-yo softly says Lee Soo's name. Yunjo teasingly points out that Han-yo previously insisted Lee Soo wasn't her boyfriend. Embarrassed, Han-yo apologizes. Yunjo jokes that she should put the gift in the fridge. Later, Han-yo calls Kong and jokes that beer and chicken would have been better than flowers. Nearby, a girl named Moo overhears the conversation. Han-yo is clearly unhappy to see her. Moo was her childhood classmate who bullied her. Moo forces Han-yo to give her phone number and invites her to lunch. Meanwhile, Lee Soo, now wearing a special device, leaves the clinic. The doctor gives him a portable discharge tool to stop things from sticking to his hands, but warns that overuse could weaken his muscles. At lunch, Moo demands Han-yo arrange a fast-track airport pass for her. But Han-yo refuses, because the pass is only meant for passengers with disabilities. Moo threatens to expose Han-yo's secrets if she doesn't cooperate. Disturbed, Han-yo walks away. Miss Young overhears everything. Han-yo is torn, unsure who to ask for help. Just then, Sean appears, offering assistance in exchange for a favor. Before anything is settled, Lee Soo arrives. But before he can speak, Sean begins interrogating him. When Lee Soo stays silent, Sean reveals Lee Soo's secret to Han-yo, making Lee Soo furious. Suddenly, everything around Lee Soo sticks to his hand. Both Han-yo and Sean watch, stunned. Lee Soo storms off in anger. Han-yo reflects that everyone hides a secret, and now her past has resurfaced. Meanwhile, Sean meets the man who had assaulted him earlier at the cafe. Han-yo, still worried about Lee Soo, is called in by Miss Yang, who gives her the fast-track pass Moo had demanded. Han-yo thanks her, but Miss Yang warns her not to keep giving in to pressure. If you do, she says, people will keep walking all over you. Encouraged, Han-yo confronts Moo, finally speaking up about the bullying she endured in school. She rips up the pass, leaving Moo furious. Han-yo's voice narrates in the background that although her name means summer day, she met her parents in winter. She once asked Lee Soo about his favorite weather. He replied, rain, because that's when I first met you. Lee Soo tells his doctor the truth. Whenever Han-yo is near, things start sticking to him. The closer she gets, the more he loses control. Meanwhile, Sean reports to Mr. Choi, claiming he witnessed Lee Soo's hand sticking to objects, something that could pose a serious risk at the airport. Later, Han-yo and Lee Soo are on field duty. She asks why they didn't go on the date they had planned. Lee Soo remembers that his condition flares up when he's near her, so he avoids answering directly. They enter a lift together, and more people pile in. In the cramped space, Han Yo accidentally touches Lee Soo's hand, triggering his sticking condition again. Once they're alone, he takes her to the terrace and asks, "Do I seem strange to you?" He confesses that he has a first-level disability. Han Yo reassures him that she wasn't shocked, just a bit surprised when her pendant first stuck to his hand. She reminds him that being different doesn't mean he's any less of a person. Lee Soo wants to get closer to her, but he knows being near her causes him to lose control. So, he quietly walks away. Later, Mr. Choi tells Lee Soo he shouldn't be doing outdoor work due to the risk. But Lee Soo insists he now understands the reason behind it and is working on a solution. After work, Han Yo invites Lee Soo to dinner, but he declines. She asks how long he needs to think things through. Before he can answer, Sean interrupts and scolds Han Yo for trying so hard. Sean drags Han Yo out, saying he's just trying to help. Lee Soo, watching from behind, is visibly distressed. Sean takes Han Yo out for drinks and, in his drunken state, opens up about his jealousy and feelings toward Lee Soo. Meanwhile, Lee Soo stands alone outside the cafe, reminiscing about moments with Han Yo. Han Yo runs to meet him and confesses, "I love you," promising not to let anything go wrong. Again, she tells him she's always been used to waiting, and he can take all the time he needs. Moved to tears, Lee Soo stops her and hugs her. The next day, Han Yo is getting ready for her date with Lee Soo. He, however, is in a wheelchair, preparing as well. On her way out of the airport, Han Yo sees a man arguing with a woman. She tries to intervene, and during the scuffle, she gets stabbed in the shoulder. Dae appears and catches the attacker. Yeonjo calls Lee Soo to inform him of the incident. In the chaos, Lee Soo drops his phone and struggles to call back. Han Yo is taken to the hospital. Her mother arrives. Mr. Choi scolds Dae for letting the attacker escape with the woman's bag. In the hospital room, the doctor tells them that when Han Yo was conscious, she only asked for Lee Soo. Her mother is now curious about who he is. Lee Soo asks around at the airport and learns that the attacker frequents a cyber cafe. That night, Lee Soo confronts the attacker outside the cafe and beats him badly. The attacker, terrified by Lee Soo's powerful hands, surrenders. Later, Dae receives a mysterious call revealing the attacker's location. Following instructions, he finds the man badly beaten in a washroom. They check airport CCTV footage, but due to rain and masks, they can't identify anyone clearly. Mr. Choi begins to suspect Lee Soo, but Miss Young defends him, insisting there's no proof. Lee Soo visits Han Yo's home. Her mother opens the door. He enters quietly and is about to leave when Han Yo wakes up. She apologizes for making him wait and assures him she's fine. In a flashback, the doctor had warned Lee Soo not to use his powers for everyone, but he believes you must help the people you love. Outside the room, Han Yo's mother thanks him and applies medicine to his wounds. Lee Soo confesses that he loves Han Yo and reveals her father once saved his life 12 years ago, preventing him from taking his own life. The next day, Lee Soo visits Han Yo's house for lunch. Everyone eats together, laughing and bonding. Soon after, Han Yo receives a message and takes Lee Soo with her to the airport. People begin suspecting Lee Soo again, due to the injuries on his hand. He insists he fell and hurt himself. Even Han Yo is confused by the questioning. Meanwhile, Sean meets the man his father had assaulted years ago. This man arranged the attack on Han Yo. He pressures Sean to get the attacker released. When Sean agrees, the man reveals something shocking. Lee Soo is Sean's biological brother. A stunned Sean leaves. The man instructs his people to dig into Lee Soo's past. Later, Han Yo takes Lee Soo, Dae, and Yeonjo to a restaurant, where they eat spicy food and enjoy a fun outing together. Afterwards, while walking, Lee Soo kisses Han Yo. However, the attacker is seen spying on them from a distance. Lee Soo recalls Han Yo's mother's advice: one shouldn't hide important truths from those they love. With that in mind, he takes Han Yo to his house. As she lies down and dozes off, Lee Soo begins to remove his shirt and gently asks her to turn around. Lee Soo begins to undress and tells Han Yo to turn around. Feeling overwhelmed, Hano apologizes, saying she isn't ready for this step yet. Lee Soo respects her decision, but when she turns back around, she's shocked to see his hand visibly different. Lee Soo explains, "This is my truth. I'm not like others." After learning about this secret, Hano nervously gulps down water. When Lee Soo appears again, she asks, "Why does everything go wrong whenever I'm near you?" Lee Soo tells her about the 6 sensors in his hand, one of which is sensitive to emotions. It's why he loses control whenever Hano is close. Still, Hano remains composed and tells him to rest before leaving. Later at the hospital, Hano confides in Sean, asking if one should dig deeper when they learn someone's secret. Sean advises, if you need to ask, just ask. Follow your heart. Just then, Lee Soo calls her and asks to meet at the airport. Hano apologizes for leaving him abruptly the night before. Lee Soo then asks, even after knowing about my condition, how can you still accept me? Hano responds, I have my flaws too, yet you accepted me. The two embrace, happy in each other's presence. At a party, everyone is enjoying themselves. But suddenly, Lee Soo's nose starts bleeding. Hano sees him head toward the washroom. The infection had spread. Later that night, Hano and Lee Soo return home and hug, observed by a doctor who later warned Hano that Lee Soo is gravely ill. Meanwhile, Lee Soo checks his temperature, realizing how far the infection has progressed. Doctor urges Hano not to let him overexert. At home, Yeonjo finds Hano in tears and asks what's wrong, but Hano can only cry in silence. The next morning, after a night of partying, Hano and Yeonjo oversleep. When Lee Soo arrives and notices an empty wine bottle, Yeonjo tells him that Hano kept calling his name while drunk, but Hano doesn't remember. He asks them to come to the office, and they comply. While shopping for supplies, Hano checks his temperature and worries due to his high fever. She doesn't let him lift anything and takes on all the work herself, recalling the doctor's warning. Lee Soo is puzzled by her behavior. Hano, exhausted, starts limping. Lee Soo applies ointment to her leg and asks about her strange attitude. She lies, saying she's just not feeling well. Lee Soo stays late at the office to finish work, but Hano urges him to rest. When she asks if he's truly sick, Lee Soo realizes someone must have told her. Hano admits she met the doctor, who revealed everything, including that Lee Soo must remove his device, as it's the infection source. She pleads with him to do it. Enraged, Lee Soo confronts the doctor for breaking his confidence. But the doctor insists, if you don't remove it, the infection will reach your kidneys. It could kill you. Lee Soo replies, I'd rather die than live a life where I'm dependent on others. That night, Sean finds Hano crying alone in the office. She doesn't speak, overwhelmed with worry. As he turns to leave, she grabs his hand and whispers, please, stay. Elsewhere, Lee Soo waits outside when several cars arrive. The same gang responsible for his accident emerges and attacks him. Though outnumbered, Lee Soo fights back using his powerful hand. He defeats them, and the gang flees, shocked by his strength. Later, Hano sees Lee Soo injured and tries to take him to the hospital, but Lee Soo says, come with me, and leads her to his house. There, she treats his wounds. Lee Soo smiles, finding comfort in her care. Before she leaves, he gently urges her to go home and rest. Outside, Sean sees the lights on in Lee Soo's house and assumes he's okay. Suddenly, he gets a call from the gang leader asking, what happened to Lee Soo? Sean replies, I don't know, but Lee Soo's condition is worsening. When Sean starts to leave, Lee Soo confronts him, did you abandon me during the accident? In a flashback, we see Sean being beaten by the gang over a lost hard drive. Desperate to survive, he had begged them for mercy. Back in the present, Sean remains silent. As he tries to walk away, Lee Soo stops him, saying, let's talk about the hard drive you left at the cafe. I unlocked it. Later, Sean helps Lee Soo to the storeroom as he's too weak to work. When Hano calls, Sean answers and reassures her. She asks him to take care of Lee Soo. Passing by the room, Hano sees Sean with Lee Soo and questions him. But before she can say more, Lee Soo comes out, having heard their voices. That night, Hano removes the device needed to deactivate Lee Soo's implant. As she approaches him, Lee Soo wakes up and grabs her hand. She begs him to let her do this, to save his life. He finally agrees. Hano injects the device into his body. In the following days, Hano returns to her usual work, committed as ever. Over a year passes since Lee Soo's departure. At the airport, Hano misses him deeply. She walks past the cafe Lee Soo used to frequent, now permanently closed. Later, she notices broken gate barriers and suspects Lee Soo is behind it. She rushes out in search of him. Near a robot, she spots a hidden figure, his face still unseen. But something tells her it's him. Overcome with emotion, she runs and hugs him tightly. Thanks for watching. Make sure to share and subscribe my channel.